Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another vlog. In today's video, Mamawhiski is going to be getting her 5th ever sponsorship. And as you guys can see from the title of the video, you guys already know that Mamawhiski is going to be getting a cluster upgrade. So yeah, the sponsor for today's video is ezcluster. Yeah, basically what happened was I sent my cluster all the way to ezclusters out in Houston, Texas. So we just upgraded my cluster. We made it have like a red overlay and everything. And he was able to hook me up with a good deal with the new cluster, as you guys can see right here. I was thinking of getting the new Denali clusters, the one with the digital screens, but I'm making my truck into a show truck, and when the truck is off you don't see the screen, so I just thought it'd be better if the cluster is always ready even when the truck is off, so it looks good for the show. So yeah, I have yet to actually unbox the cluster, so yeah, I'm gonna be unboxing that with you guys. So yeah, what I'm gonna be showing you guys first is the before of what Mamawhiski used to look like with the old cluster. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing those videos right now so you guys can see how I took apart the cluster, and then I'm gonna be opening the new cluster with you guys. Alright guys, this was filmed a few days before I sent out my cluster, and I'm gonna show you guys what it used to look like. As you guys can see, this is going to be the stock cluster, and yeah, this is what it looks like. The red needles and then the black overlay. And now I'm gonna be showing you guys what it looks like when I turn on my car. Everything is stock on the cluster. Only thing is, I just put this red trim all the way around, but it's not part of the cluster. You know, I could just take it off. And this is what the cluster looks like when it's nighttime. As you guys can see, it just has the white lights on all of the numbers, and there's nothing too crazy about it. But yeah, what I'm gonna be doing right now is I'm gonna be taking off this cluster and show you guys the step-by-step to remove it. And yeah, the first step in removing the cluster is to remove this top trim. To remove it, all you have to do is use both hands and push it upwards, because it's only latched on by clips on the sides. So yeah, I'm gonna pick up the camera after I do that because I'm gonna need both hands. I had to use a decent amount of pressure, but just like that, I was able to remove the cover. But yeah, as you guys can see, it only has clips which latch onto their dashboard. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting this to the side, and I'm gonna show you guys the next step. Alright y'all, so after we remove the trim off of the dashboard, the next step is to remove these 1, 2, 3 bolts. After we remove these 3 bolts, this is going to be able to get rid of this bracket right here, so we can get behind and remove the cluster. Alright guys, so I have removed the 3 bolts now. So I had to turn on my truck because the gear selector was getting in the way of removing this trim. So yeah, I just removed the gear selector all the way down, and now I'm able to remove the trim. Just like that. So yeah guys, the next step that we have to do now is we're gonna have to be removing these 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts to finally remove the cluster off of the dash. Alright guys, so I have removed all the screws now, and the cluster should be able to be removed. However, there is a cable on the back side of the cluster, and I'm gonna show you guys how to remove that as well. And just like that guys, we removed the old cluster. As you guys can see here, this is where the cluster used to go. Alright guys, this is how you actually remove the harness, because I actually kind of struggled a lot doing it. What we have to do first is you pull out this red tab. So yeah, once you pull it out, this black piece still won't be unlocked until you press on this little gray part in between the red and the black pieces. So yeah, I just got a screwdriver and I pressed on that gray tab in between the black piece to get unlocked. Or actually, I was just able to do it right now with my finger. But yeah, it unlocks, and that's when you're able to release this harness. But yeah, that's pretty much it, chat. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna drive out to the post office, and I'll be shipping this out to ezcluster so he can start working on it. So yeah, chat, right now it is the next day, and I'm gonna be taking this to go get shipped to the post office. And as you guys can see, I'm gonna be driving like this for a few days because this truck is my daily. The only bad thing is I don't know how much gas I'm gonna have. Right here it tells me how fast I'm gonna be driving, which is pretty cool. But yeah, for the next few days I'm gonna be driving like this. I'll be going to the post office to get this shipped. Alright guys, so we just came and dropped off the cluster at the UPS store, and yeah, we're just gonna wait until it arrives at his place. They said it should be getting there around Friday, which is 3 days from now. So yeah, I'm gonna be basically driving without a cluster these next few days or maybe weeks, I don't know. He didn't tell me how long it was gonna take, and then I'm just gonna resume the vlog whenever I get an update for the cluster. Alright guys, so that last video you guys saw, I'm pretty sure that clip is just me dropping off the cluster so it could be sent all the way to ezclusters. So yeah, what we're gonna be doing right now is we're gonna be unboxing the customized cluster. See the live reactions, you feel me? So as you guys can see, it is still sealed. I'm gonna be opening it up so you guys can get my live reaction. Alright guys, so that should have been the last tape. So now we're gonna be unboxing the cluster. See how it looks like. Alright, so this is gonna be how the cluster was shipped. Look at this beautiful packaging. Damn, where's the cluster? Oh, it's in here. Hold on, what's this over here? Damn. Looks like he sent a bunch of his stickers over. So yeah, let me open this up so you guys can see all the stickers. Look at this, chat. He sent over all his stickers. So yeah, huge shout out to ezclusters for becoming a sponsor for Mamawhiski. So yeah, before we do move on to the cluster, I want to show you guys like a little side story, something that happened. So basically, as you guys can see here, we were supposed to get Mamawhiski like on the cluster. Something went wrong. So what I'm pretty sure happened was that this overlay, it doesn't take like the lasers very nicely, and so it looks all burnt. He basically wasted one of these overlays, but he said it was all good. He still sent it over just in case I wanted to use it. So yeah, without further ado, let's unbox the cluster. So yeah, I'm gonna let go of the camera real quick. I'm gonna try to get rid of this paper. All right guys, I was able to make some progress, and so this should be the last. Oh my goodness, there's more tape. Hold on, let me get rid of this tape, chat. Guys, so the cluster is in here. I'm gonna tell you guys what though, this packaging was crazy good. Nothing was gonna break from this bubble wrap. Alright guys, so let's get to finally unboxing the cluster. Okay, so I got the cluster out. I still have yet to look at it. Are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Nah, this looks way better than it was before. Ain't no way. So yeah guys, as I mentioned previously, look at this. We were supposed to get Mamawhiski right there, bruh. But this kind of overlay doesn't take the lasers quite nicely. And he sent me this one just in case if I ever wanted to use it. He even sent me like the little tools, instructions in the back too, just in case I do want to switch it. But I think I'm gonna stick with this low-key because I don't want the laser to mess up again with this one. So yeah, this cluster does look super sick. Huge shout out to ezclusters once again. And so yeah, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go and get it installed. And then it's basically gonna be the same steps as before. I'm gonna show you guys real quick too. Alright guys, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna connect this module to the back of the cluster. As you guys can see, I have it connected, and all you have to do now is push down on it so that it latches on. Alright guys, so I have connected the cable in the back. As you guys can see, I have not put any screws into it, but I'm just gonna turn it on. Hopefully you see that it lights up. Oh. Look at that, chat. Looks like it is gonna be working. Looks like I didn't mess up anything. Oh yeah. Alright guys, so now that I have lined it up, as you guys can see, now I have to put 1, 2, 3. We just got 4 screws right now, and then I'll show you guys the next step. Alright guys, so I have tightened all 4 of these screws. But before I do continue, I'm just gonna clean up because look how dusty it is in here. And so yeah, I'm gonna clean up all that dust so that when I put on the next trim, it's not dirty on the inside. Look at this. Alright guys, so I have just finished cleaning up right now. So now it's time to put this trim back on, and then I'll show you guys where the nails go right now. Alright guys, just a little pro tip when you're putting back this piece. I still haven't finished yet, but as you guys can see, there's a little tab right here on both sides, and you gotta make sure that goes underneath. So what I'm just doing right now is I'm putting the key in. I'm just putting it in neutral right now, and then that way it gives you the space to be able to wiggle through. And just like that guys, I got the tabs through, and your holes should be able to align. As you guys can see, it's 1, 2, 3. So yeah, you just put your 3 nails in there, and then it should be the last step, which I'm about to show you guys after I put in the nails. Alright guys, as you guys can see, we finished putting all 3 screws. So yeah, now we get to the last step where we put this plastic cover back on, and as you guys can see, it's attached by clips. So yeah, I'm gonna need both of my hands right now. But yeah, basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line it up and then just push downwards, and that should get the clips on and complete the look. And just like that, this is gonna be the final result. But yeah, my boy ezclusters, he works super duper fast. The total time it took for me to since me sending it over to Texas and then him sending it back, it was exactly 1 week, which was pretty fast. So yeah, all that's left to do now is I'm gonna close this door and show you guys how it lights up. Alright guys, this is what the cluster looks like. It's a little dark in here, that's why it doesn't look as red, but in real life it does look more red. So yeah, now I'm gonna turn on the lights so you guys can see it light up. And as you guys can see, underneath each needle there's like a red underglow, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I absolutely like this red color. Like, it makes like the whole cluster pop out more, like when I have the doors open now. So yeah, once again, huge thanks to ezcluster all the way from Houston, Texas for hooking it up. And I know there's a lot of people that say like there's no point in upgrading the cluster because like the only person that's going to see it is like the driver. But yeah, since Mamawhiski's basically turned into like a show truck now, like it goes to a lot of shows. With the butterfly doors, it just draws people's attention to the inside. So that's why I've been like kind of spending more money on my interior than the outside. And there's also like another option, as I mentioned before, like the Denali, like it's like a whole screen in the middle. So because like when the car is off, like the whole screen is off, so you don't see anything. But like right now the car is completely off and it looks like super nice. And the third and final reason why I got this cluster is because of the steering wheel. I got this nice luxury steering wheel from AZA Auto Wheel, and so I needed like a matching cluster. Like you can't have like a expensive steering wheel and then just look at like a stock gauge or something. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be the final result. And let me go back to something I was mentioning before. Like when people see the butterfly doors, they don't just like stare at the outside. Like they look at the butterfly doors and it's like almost inviting you to look into the inside. And so yeah, people come, they look in the inside and they start saying, oh wow, it's like a whole red in here. Like the seats, the headliner, the carpet. I usually have these black mats off, all the red trim, and then they're like, and then their eyes like gravitate towards the steering wheel. Like those that know what carbon fiber is, like they get like really surprised about it. And what's even better is like when their eyes like gaze past the steering wheel, you're just gonna see like the red cluster as well. And then when I just got this aftermarket steering wheel, I kind of noticed like with my stock gauge, like it looked kind of a bit funky because it was like an expensive, like a cool looking steering wheel with like just a stock gauge. But now, as you guys can see, like it just matches better. But yeah guys, I want to say there's one more like big upgrade to really change the whole look of the interior, and that I would say it's like changing like the whole dashboard and make it all red. Like in the future I do want to get also red door panels, but like I feel like having the dashboard red, it would just like really make this whole like complete look, I guess. Like I could also get like these railings red. What else? This black trim red. But I feel like once I get like the whole dash red, that includes like everything down here, everything, like it'll just make the entire truck pop out 10 times more. But yeah, that's pretty much the look of the Mamawhiski now. And I'm gonna be giving you guys a little teaser too. We might be changing something around here, you feel me? Pretty soon, so stay tuned for that video as well. And slowly but surely, Mamawhiski's getting completed. But yeah, it's just a bummer that the words weren't able to come out correctly. Like just imagine like when you turn it on, like it just in this space right here, you see Mamawhiski. Like I don't know if it's because of the font I chose or maybe just the material of this specific overlay. It started off decently too, and then it just... But yeah, chat, Mamawhiski's looking way better now. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Huge shout out to ezcluster once again for this opportunity. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share it to your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your dog's cousin, your cousin's dog. And I'll see you on the next video. Toodles.